Okay. Hi, y'all. Kind of an impromptu live. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on. I have family here and they're going in and out, and one's sleeping. So I have no idea what's going to happen. So if I have to end this abruptly, I'm sorry. But, it kind of is what it is. The guys are outside working on guy stuff, and I'm coloring, and yeah. So I'm going to start this. This is a buddy color with Miss Lori from Coloring with Lori, and it's in the book Creative Haven Small Town Charm by Teresa Goodrich. And I thought I wanted to color a little bit, so I thought I'd come in here and color with y'all for a while. Get some coloring in before I have to, the guys come in and, the house starts getting busy again. They're out there doing oil changes and, standard maintenance on vehicles. We got a line of them out there. It's kind of nice though, they come over and help Dad, and Dad helps them. It's kind of nice. And you can't like have anybody else do it because you'll pay like buku bucks to have stuff done. And like I said, my son's a mechanic anyway, so I think they do it more just to hang around out in the barns and stuff. Which is fine. They do their thing, I do mine. I am seriously good with that. So I hope everybody's day's going well. It's cloudy and cold here. I mean, the birds are still chirping, but it's still cloudy and cold. Yep, I'm in sweater, which I'm really sick of. I want like sundresses and that type of thing. So I'm not sure if these are wooden stairs or concrete stairs, but in my mind, they are wooden because, it is kind of a country home and most of us do have wooden steps. So again, in my mind, I want my wooden steps to be gray. And I like the cool grays and the warm grays. So today I picked, we're going to go with the warm gray. Just because one, it's outside and, they're not going to stay all pretty and fantastic and, all that good stuff. So we are going to do them with the colors that we think. Okay, let's see. We're going to do, what's the next color we're going to use? Let's use Okay. We're going to go with, watch your ears. I just needed a little better point on there. We're going to go with 70 warm gray, 70%. And we're just going to go in where the lines are very lightly because I don't want a major shadow. But I do want a little one. I'm not sure what color I'm going to color my cat. We shall see. I didn't feel like working on the mermaid picture today. I think what I'm going to do with that is the rest that's colored, or the rest that I have to go, I mean, not a whole lot. So I think what I'm going to do is just take some markers and fill in the rest of the stuff and call it done, because that's one picture I'm just not feeling at all. So I'll probably do that off camera, and then I'll post the picture on my community page or something. Which I gotta figure out how I did that before. I think I have to do it from my phone. I'm not sure. But anyways, I'll post it or I'll show you guys on here. One or the other. You'll see it. Only because I know Miss Taylor will give me shit going, you didn't finish the last one. Hi, Miss Peggy. How are you? I am coloring in Small Town Charm. It's a buddy color page with Coloring with Lori. She's really cool. You guys, you had to go over and check her out. She comes on live on Friday nights. It's usually around midnight Eastern time, sometimes a little earlier, but usually around midnight. And she's got a cool live. She can be a little bit more entertaining than me. I don't know. I don't have, as far as everyday life is concerned, I don't have a whole lot to talk about as far as that's concerned. You know, I'm old and I don't do a whole lot. So, but boy, if you come in here and you want to know about supplies or coloring books, I can sure help you out. Because coloring is one of my passions. I absolutely adore adult coloring. I'm not like the best at it, but it kind of is what it is, and I enjoy it. We're just gonna not judge and move on. It's not about Rembrandt, right? It's just about enjoying. All right, I know that is that part of the, I'm going to say this is part of the handrail right here and the steps. We're just going to color that right in. And then thinking there's one too many leaves here or something. Okay. There. There goes that. That was 70. Now let's go in with, we're going to do a big jump because I don't have anything between 70 and 30. Well, we're just going to make it work. Okay, this is 30%. Oh, I think somebody's coming in. Hopefully they don't need me for anything. Hopefully they're just coming in to use. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on a minute, please.
Your dog's in the house.
Andrew, right? Can you hold on? Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Told you. They just come bursting in and for you that don't know, that was my son. He don't he just not disrespectful, he just is loud. He don't care if I'm on YouTube. He'll just say whatever he wants, and it's like he don't get it. And I don't expect him to, but I do try to at least mute because There's just some things in my life that I don't want all over YouTube. Okay, so far, I'm kind of really liking this. I don't know what they're doing in the basement, but if you hear anything, you guys, I'm sorry, because I wouldn't understand what they needed to do down there, but I'm not a guy, so I don't know. They got power tools and all kinds of stuff happening. With my guys, it's hard to tell. And you put those two together and they get into all kinds of stuff. So I just don't even try to understand. In about 2 seconds, because they're going back outside, and they're gonna leave the doggy in here, and the doggy's gonna freak out because he wants to go out too because he thinks he's gonna miss something. And the doggy's gonna come running in here, just buzzing around, freaking out, going, "They left me in here, they left me in here," until I can get him calmed down. See, here he comes. Nope. Nope. He's probably gonna go bug my son's girlfriend because she's on the couch. She worked late last night and didn't get home till early this morning, so she's taking a nap. Okay, we've used those three. Now, let's see. Let's do the lightest one and see how that works. Because again, I'm just kind of winging this to see how I want it. Yep, he's crying. He's like, "But you didn't take me with you." I want to go too. I want to be part of the boys. Yep, here he is. You're just going to have to behave and hang out with Mom. Okay? Yep, I know. I know. You don't want to hang out with Mom. You want to hang out with the guys. I get it. Too much stuff you can get hurt on out there. Hey, stop. Stop it. Oh my goodness, you guys. I wasn't expecting all this. Lord. Yep. They come back in and disrupt me again like this. I'm gonna kick some butt because this is crazy. Watch your ears. Okay. So I'm kind of liking this. This is the warm grate 10%. So I did the 70 and then I did the 30 and now I'm doing the 10. And I think it kind of mixes really well for what I'm looking for. I will be adding a little bit of white. Possibly. We shall see. The Prisma likes this paper. I don't have any problems with them. Maybe have a little bit of dust here and there, but only certain colors do. Like the blues and the grays and the sometimes the browns. It's like the darker colors do. I don't know what they have to put in the colors that are different, but if you notice on any kind of pencil, the darker colors are the scratchiest. It seems like, at least to me, it does. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back in with the 70% and just lightly go over it one more time with all three colors. I don't usually do that, and I probably shouldn't because I'm kind of liking how it is right now, but I would like it just a tad bit darker. I went real light the first time because I wasn't sure how I was going to like it, so I'll just darken it up just a bit. He got awfully quiet, awfully quick. He's never gotten into anything, but that doesn't mean anything. I'll check on him in a minute. You just never know. He can get kind of pissy when he wants to be. So I don't know if I'm going to do a background on the mermaid picture. Like I said, I think I'm just going to go in with the markers and finish it up. There's not a whole lot to do, but it's like smaller pieces, so it takes time with the pencil because you got to go in and shade it and there's not a whole lot of room. And okay, let's go in with the 30. Bring it out a little. Yep, I think I did a good choice. So I'm going to go back in and do everything with the 10%. And then I'm hoping I can leave it alone so it'll stay this way because I like the way it looks. And I have to do the handrails. Hopefully I can get that to look the same way. Okay, in the 10%. Yes, ma'am. I am liking this. So on my last video, I asked you guys a question and wanted to know your opinion on an idea that I had for some videos. I haven't heard anything back, so I'm gonna say that's probably a yeah, I don't think so type of thing. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it or not. It's not necessarily a no from you guys. It's just, you know, you might have had other things to do and was gonna comment on it later and totally forgot or whatever. But and it doesn't necessarily mean that I won't do it because, you know, I was just kind of asking your opinion. I didn't want you to okay it or not okay it. I just wanted to see what you thought. So Again, I didn't get no replies, so I got some comments on the video, but I didn't get nothing commenting about that. So again, I'm not sure that I am going to do it. I just was throwing it out there. Okay, so we've got Bannister. And then we've got the slats in between. I'm assuming I don't know what that is. Okay, there should be, it could be this, it could be those, so it's going to be green. So it just covers it all up and we don't even have to worry about it. Probably the same thing with this. You're looking through and can see the wood. I'm just going to consider this one. Not exactly sure that's what it is, but it is now. And then of course you're not going to see it anything down here because of the boots. All right. Yes, I did watch that movie, and yes, I did like that movie. And I think McConaughey is one heck of a good-looking man. Okay, we're just going along the edges right now. I can't go in a straight line if I try. All right, I'm going to have to look at this because I'm not sure where I want the dark spots to be. I know I want them right here. And probably on this side of the banister, or the wood piece. And then I'm going to color this like it's a piece of wood. And then I'm going to color this dark because it's got this and this one. And then up here, it's got both on the side. And then maybe a little bit right here. Because because of the pots. Just remember, if you're going to make a shadow, make sure you put the shadow on the same side, because if you have shadow on this side and then shadow on that side and then shadow on this side, it's going to look a little funky. This one, I'm just going to do that because it doesn't have really any shrubbery in front of it, nor does it have a whole lot on the side. So we're just going to kind of, like this one does right here. It's got a little bit coming from that center thing. Okay, I'm going to put shading on this side because that's the side it's on, coming on all these, so it's coming this way. Even though on this side, the porch, there was a lot of shading because there's a lot of pots and stuff. So, yeah. I hate saying it because I always said I'd never follow that rule, but sometimes you kind of you can't really get away from it. You got to kind of figure out where you want your light source to be. And I hate saying that because I can never figure out where I want it or how I want it, and I don't follow a particular rule for it, but in pages like this, because you've got so much, it's probably a really good idea to do that. Okay, I'm going to put a tip on this one and go in with the 30% and just bring it out a little bit because I'm going to go back in with the 10 and we want a little bit of room. So I kind of I'm going to be kind of a little picky with how much of it I put in it. And I'm just going right over that 70%. And it is just bringing that 70% out, making it pop. And I'm going to have a little bit more sunlight on it because there's not much around it. These are going to have like next to nothing because all the plants are right here. So I just kind of, man, I'm going to have to really touch up my flowers here because I keep My pen keeps jerking out of the line. Or my pencil, I mean. Okay. I think I really, really like the color. So I picked this color because, one, I really like it. Two, like the outside of my house is like a warm gray. Well, no, it's kind of a cool gray. But I want to put I can change my porch. I'm not going to change my porch. But my porch does need new steps and new railing. And I'm okay with that. We can do that ourselves. That's not a big deal. But I haven't decided on how I want them done yet. I'm thinking, do I just want just steps like this and a handrail like this? Or do I want the steps that kind of go around like in a half circle, like one on top of another, and do that? We also kind of thought of doing like a bridge style where you've got you can enter up this side or you can enter up this side, and both sides kind of meet in the middle. And you can go through the, you've got a handrail on both sides except for where you enter onto the porch. So we've got that idea too. So yeah, I'm just not sure how I want to do it. That's the only thing that's stopping us, is me making up my mind on how I want stuff. And for me, it's this is it. Once I pick it, that's all there is, because we're not rechanging it and redoing it every year. This is probably going to last until I'm not here anymore. So I'm a little picky with it. Okay. I like how that turned out, y'all. I really, 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 really do. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Let's do this. Okay. And I want to give it a little bling in that little spot that's supposed to make it stand out. Bling. All right, guys. I think I like that. Do I want to try to add the white and brighten this up a little? Am I going to be sorry and say I should have just left? All right, I think I'm kind of digging it, you guys. Yep. All right, we're going to just leave it be because if I keep messing with it, I'm going to completely mess it up. All right, now I think I want let's do all right. I am going to do give me a second. Let me figure out what color I want to use. And then we'll go from there. Get two of those up. I don't need two of them out. Oh, by the way, I found my chocolate, you guys. It was in my case. I just totally missed it. Do that, or do you want to keep it dark? I guess I can really do it dark and go like this, and then have that go over it, and that's going to make it really dark. And then bring this kind of into it. Yeah, I kind of like that color. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right. I'm going to do the lightest color first. I haven't decided what color I'm going to color the actual flower. Yet. But this picture isn't extremely detailed, so it won't take very long to do this. I'm not being extra like, we got to cover every little piece with this light color. It's just something for basically for the pencil to stick to. And so it can change the color of the look. So if you don't want to do the light color first and change the look that you were looking for, I would say please don't do that. I am going very lightly with this dark, and I'm not bringing it out yet because it's going to go other places too, not just around here. All right, so I want some of these leaves in here a little darker than the rest of everything when I'm putting the actual colors down. So that's what I meant by some of it's going to be a little darker. Hi, Miss Taylor. How are you? I have been on almost an hour. Yep. In a second, I got to go check on the pup, though, because I have family over, and I got all the guys are out in the barn. And, doing guy things, working on vehicles and, that type of stuff. And then my son's girlfriend is in on the couch because she works nights and she didn't get home till like 7 o'clock this morning, and they were here pretty early. She's in there taking a nap, and I'm okay with that. When she's tired, she's tired. And so I figured I'd come in here while the guys are outside and she's sleeping, and then get some coloring in today. I was going to do it yesterday, and I was being lazy. So I never did get in here to color. I just kind of stayed out there and watched movies and stuff all day. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is go back to, well, I don't know. I don't like how this turned out, so we might change it up just a little. Maybe I won't do the color underneath and see what that does. Because I wanted it a bit darker. You're not late. You're perfectly on time. It is. It is going by real quick, and I'm not. She's sleeping, and I don't want to wake her up, and they're outside and doing guy stuff, so. I'm good. But I do got to check on my dog because he was just running around here like a maniac, and now all of a sudden he's really quiet. And that's kind of scary. All right, so I will be, I just want to see where he's at, and then I'll be right back. Okay. He is laying kind of he's laying in the hall between the art room and where the back door is at. And then if you come out of the art room or he comes in the back door, I'm going to be right here. And I'm not going to miss a thing. And he won't either. Okay, so let's do... So what have you been up to today, Taylor? Anything good? It's just been a real quiet and, well, I won't say quiet, but it's been a real calm Sunday here. I'm not sure if they're staying for dinner or not. And I hate when they tell me they don't know, because it's really hard to plan a dinner if you don't know if they're going to be here or not. So I took out enough stuff to make some spaghetti. And that way we can still make spaghetti. And if they're not here, we can make burgers or something with the rest of the burger tomorrow. And that way I don't waste anything. Not that I would anyways, even if they, if I made a roast or whatever, I wouldn't waste it. But I kind of not want to do that because, then I'm short on a big meal if somebody does decide to come over, and I done wasted it on somebody that wasn't even going to stay. I was sitting here coloring earlier, Taylor, and my son's here, and he's just one of those burly, big guys that don't really pay attention to Mom being online because he's not used to it. So he just come bursting through the door. Mom, did you know? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm on live. It's like, don't be telling everybody my whole life story. Shut up. I'm like trying to mute it really fast, and he's just. Like, Jesus. At least your dad knocks. Nope, he just come right through the door. Did you know this is happening? That happening? I'm like, oh my goodness. Yep, for about 4 minutes of the video, everything's just kind of going crazy. Dog's going nuts because everybody come in and they're up and down the basement stairs, and son's barging in the door going, it's like, oh my God. Like, I'm gonna bust their asses here in a minute. All right, I like those. Yep. Nice and bright. Still got the little bit of shading. Okay, let's do a little one. We're going to just do all those the same because they're just really little. Really little. Okay, so we did these leaves that's coming off of this flower pot and hanging down onto the steps, well, out by the steps anyways. And you can see in between, and I can't color that green because everybody knows there's not that much green in branch that comes out. So I'm going to take my cool or warm gray 70 and I'm going to color in between because that would be the porch steps, and it would be darker in between the flower because the flower is giving it a bunch of shade. Yes, sirree. Okay, I'm gonna make this part a little darker. It's like a bushier type of, like a plant or something. It's got like leaves or something in it. I don't know what this is, so we're just gonna give it a little darker than the other one. Okay, that's a peacock green on top of the dark green, which kind of gives it a bluish emerald type of green. So I'm not Sad with that. Looks pretty decent to me. Oh, Taylor, I found the brown. Or the chocolate, I mean. Yep, I did. Is that leaf? Or what is that? All right, well, we're going to color it a leafy color because I don't know what that is. And there's like leaves sticking out. So I don't know if it's, yeah, I don't know. It's leaf now. And this is the thicker stuff. So the other day, I was listening to somebody, I don't remember who it was, but these artists really do have to pay attention to how they draw stuff because it gets harder and harder every time to try to figure out what things are so you can color them. I mean, I get it's only a fantasy coloring book and it's only a coloring book, but some people like to color things, the way they're supposed to be colored. Me, I'm not quite that, crazy, not crazy, but I don't want to say it's not that important to me to get everything perfect. I'm not exactly sure where that's coming from. I'm gonna assume, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna color that a leaf. And then this is gonna be part leaf and part that dark stuff. Okay, so that's gonna be leaf. Because that's what it looks like. And this is gonna be the dark stuff. And then that's the brick. And that's the stem of that. That's a stem. If it wasn't, it is now. That's the flower. All right. Those are good. All right. And I think I want to do I think I'm going to do them a I might do them a purple. I was going to do them a blue, but I might do one a blue and one purple. I don't know. We shall see. I'm just not sure. So many things going on. I don't know. Okay, so this is part porch. Since it's got all these plants all over the place, we're just going to keep it dark. Because it would be shaded. My. Okay. And then we're going to go in with the 10%. Kind of make it so it's not quite as dark as when you first put it on. Lightens it up just a little bit. All right. That'll work. Okay, so this is got purple hue. Dahlia purple and violet purple. Don't I have a this is what I want. And lilac. Pretty sure this is my last lilac. Okay. Lightly. On my porch now, I have a blue one. And I was going to do a blue one, but I don't know. I might do this one, a blue one. But see, I'm kind of being a little, almost kind of rebellious though. Even though I'm an adult and it's my house and all that stuff. The pot that's out there on my porch is actually was my mom's. And when she passed away, I inherited it, which I'm grateful. I think it's gorgeous, but it's just not, it's not my style. It was hers. Even though I think it's gorgeous, it's not something, I don't have any blues except for this room. And this only reason this one's blue is because it was my son's when he lived here. And when we moved in, that's the color he wanted his room. So that's, what we did. Other than that, I have no blues in my house at all. None. So the blue pot is kind of, again, not my style. But, it's gigantic, it's pretty, and it was hers. But I think if I get a chance to get another gigantic one like that, I will put hers out by the garden and fill it full of flowers and stuff, and they would be out there, and then I can have mine on my porch. It's no offense to my mom, it's just, you know. You know, I still mourn her and miss her and all that stuff, but I don't have to. It took me a long time to realize I don't have to keep her stuff around to remember, you know what I mean? That was her stuff and she liked it. And but I'm just not yeah, you guys know what I'm trying to say. All right. All right, I think these turned out like awesome. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, fantastic looking. All right, definitely like the pots. All right, let's do let's do okay, that one. All right. Watch your ears. Almost looks like it's gonna rain. We're not supposed to have rain, but it looks like it's gonna. All right, I'm thinking this one's gonna be 2 colors. And since blue and purple go good together, it's not gonna look bad. Alrighty, I don't know where Taylor went. She's probably off doing dishes or doing something. She might be coloring and just listening. She does that. She likes to listen. just take a chill pill and not be constantly typing. I get it. So I'm kind of winging this blue one. I'm not exactly sure where I want it to go, but hopefully we shall figure it out. Okay, let's do a little bit of this color, a little bit of this color, and a little bit of that color. A little bit for you, a little bit for me. When the guys went outside, I had lunch yet, and they had just gotten done eating because the kids hadn't eaten before they got here. They just kind of packed up their vehicle and came over. So their dad, being the dad that he is, made them waffles. I'm not a big waffle fan, so you know, they had waffles, and when everybody went outside and was doing their thing, which is like an hour and a half later, I made me some pizza rolls, and that's what I had for lunch. They were good. I had cottage cheese and tomato yesterday for lunch. Today I had pizza rolls. Normally I just have a sandwich or a little ramen noodle soup or something, but I think my biggest problem is I don't eat very well. I don't eat on like a regular basis like most people do. You know, I'm lucky if I eat one meal a day because I just don't eat like that. I don't get that like that. I don't get the breakfast craving in the morning. Don't even look at me with food in the morning. Nope. I have to be awake, and you know, it takes me like an hour and a half to wake up in the mornings. So you want to go to breakfast with me, we have to do a brunch. We can't do a breakfast. We have to do a brunch. Because me and breakfast, we just don't, we're not the best of friends. And then by the time I do get hungry, it's done way past lunchtime. And it's usually about, maybe 3, 4 o'clock. Well, damn, by that time, it's almost dinner time. So then I'll sit there and tell myself, well, if I eat now, I'm not going to want dinner. So maybe I'll just hold off until dinner time. Well, you know, dinner is still 2 hours away. So by the time dinner time gets here, I eat dinner and then it's nighttime. And I don't usually eat anything after dinner because I have acid reflux, and that's like the worst thing you can do. is eat and then go to bed. One, it puts weight on you. And two, it'll set off your acid reflux. Yes, 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 it will. Okay, so do I want to do this? Or do I just want to do this? So yeah, that's kind of how I am with that. So I've been trying to make it do better. I've been trying to do better because, like I said, I think that's what half of my problem is, why I don't feel good half the time. It's because how am I supposed to feel good when my body don't have enough nutrition in it to feel good? It's got to have fuel in order for it to move. So, yep, been trying to do a little better. So it's like 5:30, and I've been snacking on a Pop-Tart in between dinner and my pizza rolls, because I did pizza rolls at like 2 something. So I've got 3/4 of, like, there's 2 Pop-Tarts in a package. So I got 3/4 of one of them already eaten. So I just kind of keep snacking on it. And yeah, because they say you're supposed to have so many you're supposed to eat so many times per day. So like I said, I'm trying to do my best. That and take my meds properly, and oh my goodness, my husband's got a whole list of stuff that I don't do right. Well, if you do this and if you do that, you might feel better. And I can't, a darn thing I can say because he's right, but I ain't gonna tell him that. I hate it when he's right all the time. So, yep, if I can fix my eating thing without gaining weight, because I don't want to gain any more weight. The medicine he put me on after my heart attack, I've already gained some weight. And no, I already weigh enough. I don't want to gain any more. When I go to that doctor, I'm going to talk to him about it, because the last thing I need is more weight. I already have thyroid issues, so it's hard enough to get it off, let alone them trying to put it on you. It's like you're battling to keep it off, and they're telling you, you gotta lose weight, but here, take this medication, and this medication like puts weight on you. It's like, it's a never-ending battle, isn't it? That's right. I've fought in bigger battles before. We can do another. I think that's part of the wall, or the brick, anyways. I want to say house, but by the way, this is the window right here in the stairs. I almost want to say it's an apartment. Or it could just be one of those houses that have, the sunken living rooms or the above ground basements. I've seen those too. And it's only part of it's above ground, just enough that you can put like a sliding door wall and go out on the patio in the back. That's what I want, is a patio. Patio. Where's all my grays here? Just gonna pretend this is part of the step. And then we're gonna go back in with the lightest one. Lighten it up a little bit so it kind of blends right in. You never even know. Oh, we got this flower pot. Hmm. So I think what we're gonna do, because I don't want a blue flower pot up there. I don't. So since I have a blue flower pot, I think I'm just gonna make those blue. Let's see. Alrighty, now where's the... All right, I think that looks pretty darn good. There we go. We incorporated a little of the blue pot into the purple one. And I am good with that. Yep. Okay, let's see. How do we want to do the brick? Let's see. While we're thinking about doing the brick, let's do yeah, let's do the grass. Get the cool grays out and do the rocks. There's a lot of them. Not sure what color I want to do the brick or what color I want to do the boots. The toss-up between the boot is yellow or red. And I'm almost thinking by the porch being dark like it is, and then the rocks are going to be darker because they're rocks. And yeah, I know I don't have to paint them the color of rocks because it's my coloring book, but I'm gonna we're not gonna think outside the box today. We're just gonna try to stay within reasons on colors. Right now I'm just doing a light shade of green. So I'm not sure if I want this like a bright color green or if I want to like do like a bluish green, like, you know, the bluegrass and Kentucky type green. So undecided today. Okay, let's do This is just taller grass is all this is. They haven't been keeping up their weeds and their grass. Look at this. It's all tall up next to the boots. I think they need to either trim around the steps and around the boots, or they need to break out the weed whip. Come on, people. The yard is going to look a little messy here. We don't do messy yards. I don't like messy. And it's not because, Mrs. Jones down the road has a pretty yard. It's because I don't want to pull up to my house and see a mess. I don't care what the neighbors think. They're not paying my bills. I am. What color is this? Thinking I like this color. I think it says grass green. And on top of that green, it looks just like grass. What was this green? Persian green. So I'm not sure if I'm going to shade this grass or not, you guys. I mean, it's grass. And by the looks of it, I could have done this wrong, and it could be dirt with rocks in it because it's a rock walkway. I just thought of that. Now it's a grassy walkway. Because, they've let the weeds grow in around their porch and their boots and stuff, so the grass is grown in around the rocks. That's my opinion. That's my story, and I'm going to stick with it. Just because I wasn't paying attention. That's right. My grass actually has pavers going to my porch. And then, there's grass up against them. I didn't make a proper walkway because, it costs a ton of money to do that shit. I put pavers there, and they're really pretty pavers. And now y'all don't have to step in the grass or, whatever's out there if you don't want to. You can walk on the pavers right up to my fake porch at the moment. And I say fake because that's not the one that's staying there. It's just temporary. Until I decide which one I want to go there. But I think I am going to put railing around the porch. Only for the simple fact, me walking off of it like I did way back when, September or something. Yeah, that was wicked. I could have gotten like seriously hurt. So I'm thinking it's going to have like a railing like this all the way around. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't like that stuff, but it's so much safer. I could have my husband just enclose it, and then we'd have like an enclosed porch, and we wouldn't have to worry about bugs and mosquitoes and all that crap. We could just enclose it with screens and have it screened and barked. That might be an idea. Oh, he's gonna love me. I thought you just wanted steps. Now you want a whole darn porch built? Yeah, you know, kind of what happens when you get old. All right, you guys, I think this is cool. But I also think I've been on here like almost 2 hours. And I need to go check on my pup. It is 6 o'clock. I need to find out what these guys are doing. So I can I'll probably have to do dinner tonight, which sucks, but that's right. I have to do it once in a while, right? All right, I'm out of here. We'll finish this up tomorrow or something when I don't have a whole bunch of company, but this is my take on it so far. Okay. Hi, View. Yes, it's I've been on for an hour and 51 minutes. So yes, there's always replay. And yeah, I'll talk to everybody real soon. Okay. Bye, everybody.